So have you ever wondered what is the difference between flying an unpowered glider and a small powered aircraft for a hobby? Well, it's a question I often get when I tell people about flying gliders. So strap in, come for a ride, and I'm going to give you my 4 answers that you might not expect. I recently went up with my good mate Jono, who's got his private pilot's licence. He rented a club-owned Cessna 172 from Ballarat Aero Club just west of Melbourne, Australia. Here's Jono checking it's got enough liquid lift in the tanks. We flew in a late summer afternoon and the sky was still bumping around with heat. So difference number 1 between flying a glider and a small powered general aviation aircraft. In a glider, I'd be enthusiastically chasing clouds and turning wherever I felt lift to climb in those rising air currents. I'd also be putting a lot of effort into staring longingly at clouds, trying to interpret them like a palm reader and wishing they'd grow. But in a powered aircraft, clouds are just kind of reducing your visibility. You get sick of big clouds and you kind of just wish they'd get out of the way. Thermals also make it hard to maintain an exact altitude. You're up 100 feet in rising air, then suddenly you're down 200 feet in sinking air. After a few minutes in the Cessna, I'm thinking, Sky, just calm down. You're also focused on maintaining a course in a powered aircraft, sticking to a straight line to your destination. That thermal lift becomes an annoyance if it's rolling you off course if you're not paying attention. Difference number 2, you're going places faster. Here's our GPS trace of the flight in the Cessna using my gliding app CU. In gliders, you have time to plan and you're not usually hurtling towards new airspace. Well, maybe that's just me and my bad cross-country times. But in powered aircraft, you need to be thinking more about the airspace you're in and the airspace you're heading to because you'll be there sooner. If you're in a glider and there's some crowded airspace ahead full of gliders, you can probably just catch a different thermal for 5 minutes, then move forward when the airspace is a bit less busy. But in a powered aircraft, fuel ain't cheap, so you don't want to be usually sitting in a holding pattern deciding where you want to go. Difference number 3, you're lower. Cruising along in the Cessna, I was looking out the window for options and thinking of the gliding outlanding checklist, but in a powered aircraft, you don't actually have that constant low-key anxiety about being able to get home. In a glider, you like having that knowledge of final glide back to the airfield. It's like an umbilical cord. Being forced to land anywhere else is potentially risky and at least a massive hassle. Therefore, difference number 4, powered flight is much more practical. When I offer friends to come for a glider flight, they're usually like, oh great, we should fly to this place. And I say, yeah, but we'd need the right weather and the wind would be needing to blow in the right direction and it'll be hot and bumpy, so by the time we arrive you'll probably be soaking in sunscreen and sweat and probably a bit airsick from all the tight turning. Oh, and we can't actually land there because I've got no way to take off again from the other airfield. Obviously, these are just my experiences of gliding versus powered flying. But maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. Maybe you're a powered pilot and you're able to find and stay on those thermals and cut back on your fuel bill. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more gliding fun.